Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another Office Hours where we bring the trainers, the esteemed trainers of PayProTech together, and we bring you content that helps you feel like you're just sitting in the office with us. We're going to give you a few tips. We're going to give you a few tools and maybe a couple solutions that maybe can help you better serve your merchants, sell more business. And I don't do this by myself. I make sure that I bring the best people in the business all together. In the far left-hand side of your screen from Glenwood Springs, Colorado, living the dream. How are things, Jenny Rickle? How are things out there in beautiful Colorado?
Oh my gosh, summer finally is here in Colorado, and it just makes my heart happy running in the mountains and the sun is shining, so things are really going great. Had a great long weekend, right? Hope everybody had a nice day off if you took Monday off and ready for summer, ready for some action.
It is. It's a good time of year. Last night here in Indianapolis, it cooled down. It was pretty warm over Memorial Day weekend. It got down to, I think, 48, last night here. And it was a perfect night for a beautiful fire. Stayed out for several hours till about 2 this morning out on my back deck doing some work with the fire going and the dog sitting next to me. Can't ask for anything better. How is life just 2 hours north of me, where it may have been even a little cooler? Mr. Mike Stetzel, how are you, sir?
Very well. It probably was a little cooler. We didn't have much of a outdoor activity yesterday. We had a couple good fires over the weekend, even though it was a little warmer. But doing well and excited to get things started here today on Office Hours. Here we go, right?
It is. It's a good time. Today we're going to give you a tip, a tool, and these are a lot of the times this is me bringing something, but this first one when we come in and we're going to bring our tip that Jenny's going to bring. This is for me talking to one of our partners who is very successful with us and is growing his business, but he wanted to get to the next level. And he's been talking about how I want to grow. And I realized that he's been doing paper applications for every one of his merchants. And he's done a great job. And our team will always help you with your paper applications. We're going to do it any way you want to do an application. We're going to figure it out. If you want to use calligraphy, we'll figure it out. You want to use hieroglyphics, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out some way to make it work. But at the end of the day, if you want to scale to the level where you're doing hundreds a year, or even, in getting to that where you're just making sure that you're the most, you're going to make sure you're going to use this tip that Jenny's going to bring us. That's right. It's time for the tip of the week. Jenny Rickle, what's the tip's going to save and help people go through the roof when it comes to using our systems?
Absolutely. So let's talk about the online application and templates along with an App Summit profiling. So templates have the ability to create a set application with equipment and pricing, right? So if you have a consistent pattern that you're utilizing, maybe a group of businesses that all want the same equipment, you can create a template or use one of our system generated templates that are already in there for the different equipment, and it will pre-populate the equipment and the pricing. So all you need to do is enter in the business information and send the application to the merchant. So with those steps, you will literally have the opportunity to create an application in under 5 minutes and send it to a business owner. Less than 5 minutes. So when you think about that compared to a paper application, that is just huge as far as time saving options. So what Nate is showing on the screen right here is the online application. Under template, you have a drop down where you can select the template that you would like. So again, we have system generated templates. If you would like to create specifications for whatever works best for your sales office, let us know. We can help with that. So once you select a template, just go ahead and select one, Nate. It'll allow you the ability to enter in an email address and then select continue, right? And that's all going to be pre-populated and entered in the system. So that's a great way to streamline this.
And I think really what we're looking for is you can actually, if you think through your business, if you're going to use, there are always going to be one-offs and unique equipment or a unique way you have set up. But if you are setting something up and you think, man, I'm going to use this again, make sure that you save it as a template and label it so that it just makes life a lot easier, life a lot faster. And if you're using that with App Summit links where you're actually going through and sending it to them, you could have a merchant have a link in their inbox in seconds, and versus having to go set everything up. Or if you're doing paper applications, if you're doing it over the phone and sharing screens and all the things can go on that, or you're having to drive all the way over, this can speed things up significantly. It is actually more secure for the merchant because they're not putting their information on a piece of paper, or they're not putting their information. It just works so much better. Jenny, you work with a lot of our partners. Why is it they think some are scared off of this, or is it just that they have done it another way their whole time? Is there something that is a hindrance for them to use the templates or the app submit links?
I think that so what you based on right away was it's going to be a more secure process for the business owners. I feel like sometimes when sales partners see the online application, they get a little bit scared with the technology as far as security and being able to access that secure information. But everything is so secure in this, they don't even have to give you their secure information, i.e., banking information and social security number. The business owner can input into that system and you don't ever have to see it. So it's so secure in this manner. Another way is they are worried that it might take longer, right? But once you learn the process, it is streamlined so quickly. So you will have to take an extra time, usually even just 15, 20 minutes. You can sign up with myself or Mike. We can go through a training.
Absolutely.
And then once you have that, then yeah, you'll be ready to go and have this done right away. If you have an app on your phone, you can go ahead and go through the app, select the template. Maybe you're on the road, you're out in the streets, getting the business. And this just helps make things go so much smoother and more quickly for you.
And you want to know how to gain more time to sell more deals? Start using these links, because you're going to literally save yourself probably 30 to 45 minutes every time you're doing some of these applications. Some of you may have been faster at it, but a lot of you have been going through processes that are taking you 15, 20, 30, 45 minutes. And you could suddenly find yourself with an extra 40 hours every month to go out and sell. And that's going to grow your portfolio. And suddenly your 5 deals a month is going to turn to 10. Your 10 is going to turn to 20. Your 20 is going to turn to 100. And we're going to see that residual just continue to go up as that volume goes up, because you're putting the time, the energy, and spending that time in the correct way. And suddenly you're going to have to ask yourself, how in the world am I going to keep track? I can go to Payments Hub and look at all my merchants, but maybe I want to move them into a spreadsheet, or maybe I have my own CRM that I'm using and I want to bring them all into the CRM. And you're like, I want a list of my merchants, but I got 600 of these. I'm not going to copy and paste these things in. Well, that's where Mike's going to tell us in the tool of the week, how in the world can you get a list of all your merchants and what's going on with them? Mr. Mike Stetzel, what is the tool of the week?
Beautiful segue, Nate. It is, what Nate was just leading up to is your ability to export your merchant's information by, as Nate's doing here, you go to that merchant section that you've been in all the time, and you can either export a page, or as Nate's clicking on now, you can export a full list. Now, once you export this to what will amount to, it's called a CSV file. You can save it as an Excel file. You can remove columns from it. You can customize various things. And now you have the ability to use this to compare one thing to another, 1 month to the other. It's something I've shown people how to do for their residuals as well. So you want to be able to look at your residuals side by side and be able to tell which merchant was more profitable, which was less profitable, what caused my dip in residuals this month, what caused my gain in residuals. Again, you can copy and paste that. You can narrow that down so you really have one spreadsheet with only a handful of columns, and you're comparing apples to apples on your merchants. So lots of ways to do some analyzing. We'll help you with that as well. We do have some advanced knowledge Excel people if you're looking for something a little bit deeper that we can tap. But just again, we're trying to help you save time and help you do better business, because everybody can look at the residuals and see, ooh, that one went down by this much. That's a 3-month comparison. That's comparing to the last 3 months. What if I want to compare 1 month to 1 month? You can literally create a spreadsheet that will figure those differences for you. So again, call one of us. We'll help you out.
All right. This has been in time, we talked about how you could speed up your time by saving some favorite templates and doing some insight work on making sure that you are speeding up how you're using our online application process. Then you're going to manage all those new merchants, and you're going to make sure that you're downloading CSVs, keeping track, being able to compare things. You can do all kinds of stuff, and we would love to help you learn how to do that. But lastly, I want to give you a solution of the week that'll help you maybe create some emails that you're going to send to your merchants. Let me walk you through that as we talk about the solution of the week. one of the solutions of the week this week is you hear me a lot of times talking about ChatGPT, and I'm going to bring it up right here, and you're going to see this is just at chatgpt.com, and I'm going to say write a newsletter about how merchants can save money with PayProTech. All right, so I am doing this live, and this, it doesn't have to be, but it may be something. But this is we at PayProTech are committed to helping you optimize your business operations, save money over expenses. And then it's gonna put pieces together. And it is pulling all this together. I did not put this together. I just said, okay, let's create this, and then we could start saying, I want to start sending this. You're gonna pull all your current merchants together, but I'm gonna then put in ask for referrals from current merchants. Okay. You saw how fast that was writing, and I can keep just asking it questions to do that. So instead, it's going to put a monthly listener to very married merchants. I would probably change that or however you want it, but it's going to put all these together and say what the positives are. And then at the end, it's going to ask for valued merchants. And I'm going to ask it to shorten by half. If you're not using ChatGPT to help, or others, you can use Gemini and some of the other third-party GPTs out there. It can help you incredibly to connect with your merchants, to create content so much faster. It'll do it all. It's going so fast I can't even keep up with it. I should have tried to see what this was going to do. It's creating even longer newsletters here. Each time when I do it, it says it's shorten it. Now it's going to come in. I could ask it to change. Hey, I want to be more competitive pricing, but I want to specifically talk about edge pricing, or I want it to talk about dual pricing, or it's going through and looking some of the software solutions, or I want to focus on one software solution instead. I want to just talk about cluster. It's listing cluster and mint and hot sauce, or I want to jump out. It has so many things you can do very quickly. It's something you can play with, and it'll speed up what you're trying to do. Because I encourage you should send an email to every one of your merchants, both current merchants, past merchants, and even potential merchants every month. And it used to be, man, how am I going to write these emails? I don't have enough time. I just saved 40 hours putting these templates together. Use 2 hours, spend some time on ChatGPT. And again, if you want to learn how to create templates and you want to work, Mike and Jenny are there. If you want to learn how to use ChatGPT, reach out to me. I will set up a time. I will walk you through it. I will teach you how we're using it and creating hundreds of pages of content every month that we are beyond what we were able to do before, customizing that. Doing a project right now where we literally uploaded the CSV of 15 merchant, or this was referral partners for some of our one of our partners, and then customized an email talking about how they can build referral relationships to each one of the businesses that they were already reaching out for, and did it all through ChatGPT. Then did a little editing in Grammarly, and then they're going to be able to send it out directly through their email. And all that work, instead of spending hours and hours, it's taking minutes, and it's doing it incredibly as fast as we do. That was just a short demo, but that's our tip, our tool, our solution of the week. And now it is time.
I like that, Nate. That's a cool solution.
It is.
That's pretty
Yeah, it's
neat.
very cool.
That could be helpful. Yeah.
And I know it's something just play with. It's free now. ChatGPT.com is you can pay for additional services. But what I just showed you was that is all free. You can use it all the time. You can do it on your phone. There's an app on your computers. Everything is there. It's a great tool. And for those who don't learn how to use it, I don't know when this time has come, but you're going to become obsolete. You've got to learn to use the tools. These aren't coming to replace your jobs. They're coming to make you better at your jobs and make you do your jobs differently. And
100%.
Every time we've created a new technology, we always create new jobs around that technology. But if you don't learn how to use it, if you didn't learn how to drive a car back in the 1920s, you got passed by. If you didn't learn how to use the internet in the late 1990s, early 2000s, you got passed by. If you don't understand how to use artificial intelligence or these GPT models that are out there, you are going to get passed by. I don't know when, but you will. Might as well jump on the train now. Go ahead and push yourself and get done. Now, it is time for a final word. Mr. Mike Stetzel, I'm giving you the few seconds to come up with your final word as we enter June. The next time we talk, it will be June of 2024. What do you say, Mr. Mike Stetzel?
Okay. First, real quick, I just got off the phone while you were talking. The apps team did call And they said there is, though, a minimum legibility requirement on those applications. Calligraphy is very pretty, but please don't send in the ones we can't read. Anyway, all joking aside, the Chat GPT, I think, represents, as Nate was saying, email. And we all know people that say, you know what, we all sign up merchants. I hear the stories about merchants. I don't use email. To me, uh, they're fibbing, or they are literally just saying, cut me off from a large piece of communication, networking opportunities, on and on and on. So what Nate's saying with ChatGPT is, if you contact him, Nate could talk to you, and he and I have done this, not hours and hours, but a little time. Nate loves to talk about this, but Nate will give you what you need. You don't need to become a 100% expert in ChatGPT where you're going to use it for your career. You need to be able to use it for what you need to be able to use it for. It's just like I talked about Excel. If you want to use Excel, Jenny and I can teach you things. If there's deeper needs, we have other people for that. Not everybody needs to know Excel as an expert. So don't be afraid. Listen, take advantage of the opportunity, play around with it. Find Chat GPT and try it out, just like Nate did. Say, I would like to create the top 10 reasons why someone should choose PaperTech for payment processing. Type that in and see what you find. It's unbelievable. So I'm here to back you up, Nate.
All right. Well, I always appreciate it when I get backed up. It happens occasionally. And what I appreciate is that when you're working with the PaperTech team, whether you're working with our trainers or relationship managers or recruiters, any of our support team, you're going to get the best in class when it comes to how you board your merchants, how you service your merchants, how you support, how you win new merchants. I can guarantee that. If you're watching this live, the email will go out later today. We're going to have a special live training this coming Wednesday on how to win large restaurants. And we're specifically doing that by, I've been talking to, I think 7 of our partners who have won merchants or restaurants that are doing over $100,000 a month. In the last 2 months, they've put clusters in these. We're going to learn how they sold that business, use their tips and tricks, and we're going to do that training next Wednesday, noon. You're going to get an email about it, but it's also going to be on, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, it's going to be live on our YouTube channel. You can't miss it. So might as well go ahead and like and subscribe all of our stuff here on YouTube. Why not? Just go ahead and do it. Do it. It's okay. Go ahead and do that. All right. On behalf of Jenny Rickel, Mike Stetzel. I have no idea where they're over there. There? I can't. There.
We're here.
Moving around.
There. Who knows which direction? I don't even. I'm Nate Manahan. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time on Office Hours. Bye, everybody.
See ya.